Hey folks, how you doing? This is Joe Schmeier with Real Estate for a Cause, coming at you with another daily dibs. Skipped a few. Thursday I was driving to Chicago. Friday we were partying. It was my cousin's wedding, and Monday we were driving back from Chicago. And I had to drop one of my aunts off in New York to get picked up by distant relatives and go over to Canada to Windsor for a visit. So it was pretty busy, didn't get a chance to do any videos. Busy week this week with the nonprofit. Got a few clients that I'm working in on the real estate side, so I'm working a balance between the two and trying to, make sure everybody's taken care of. It's kind of tricky when you do multiple things at the same time. You got to make sure that, you're doing your fiduciary duty on the real estate side, treating your clients to the best of your ability and making sure they're taken care of. And at the same time, got a big event this weekend, our Veterans Gallery show. We got about eight veteran artists right now, maybe 9, maybe 10. We'll see what happens. They're displaying their artwork. We have a gala. It's free to the public on Friday the 31st at Trader Todd's Marina in St. Clair Shores. Starts at 6. And we're doing sip and paint, apple juice and paint on Saturday morning, 10 to 5, and then 6 p.m. we have a Battle of the Branches comedy show, and then Sunday we're doing the Orbit Sons band from 1 to 5. So a lot of things going on. Got 3 days left before the start of the marina. I took off from my morning job the whole week, just so I can make sure I have time to accommodate everything, and I'm not trying to balance one more act into the already existing circus. So I was at the marina this morning. Excuse me. Got the stage set up, got the walls set up for the artists so they know where to go. Got a few things kind of prepped for tomorrow. Had a talk with one of my clients. There's a house that she really wants to see. It's kind of tricky because it's not available on Showing Time, which is an app that we use to schedule showings. The reason is because it's still occupied, and the seller just had surgery, so they can only, be out and in at certain times or whatever comfortably to make sure that they're not aggravating the wounds and all that, whatever it was, right? So I talked to the listing agent about a couple of hours ago. Yep, a couple of hours ago. I'm getting ready to give her another buzz here after this video because I haven't heard back anything yet. She said she had reached out to the seller and no word yet, and my client would like to see that house today. I'm hoping to get in by 7 p.m. while we still have some daylight. So it gets a little bit tricky sometimes when you're listing homes because of situations like that where family, the seller is dictating showing times instead of it being open. And I had a client like that before. That listing expired. The price was high. Client didn't want to come down on the price. It was one of those moments where, there was another house down the street that sold for this much, therefore my house should be worth this much. And it's like, at the end of the day, I've said it in many videos before, the market dictates what the price of your house is. So to come back to the showing schedule, it's, him and his family are still living in the house, and so I had to clear every showing with them because they have family events going on. They had things happening. They had, stuff to do. And so every time I get a showing request, I'd have to call him. He'd see it too sometimes. Sometimes I'd have to call him. He's working his butt off too. Sometimes I'd have to call him and be like, hey, we got a showing at this time. You good? And, he either gives me a thumbs up or tells me, no, this is a better time. So we had to work that out in the beginning of, hey, you need to let me know what works. because I can't just keep going back and forth canceling appointments without telling the people what works. And I dislike that in agents that do that. They just randomly cancel an appointment on you and say bad time. All right, tell me what works. And I had that happen with multiple agents where I schedule a showing, it gets canceled, it says bad time. All right, I move up an hour, I move down an hour. And then the same thing happens. And then I do the same. I go in the other direction. All right, let's see if, we tried 5, we tried 6. Let's see if 4 works. And then they cancel again and they say bad time, bad time, bad time. And it's like, dude, it's your client that has the listing, not mine. My guy wants to see it to see if they want to buy it, and you're making it difficult, which is pretty much telling me that you're a half-ass agent that doesn't want to do shit. Sometimes, hey, all right,
text message from Paul
if
Dury.
This is a bad one, this is a bad time, or this is a bad day, let me know what works. So, yeah, a little frustrating there. I don't know if you picked up on that, but showings aren't always, or scheduling showings isn't always a tricky part of the business. 99% of the time it's pretty straightforward. You just go on the app, schedule it, and sometimes it gets confirmed automatically depending on the listing agent's settings. Sometimes they have to confirm it, and sometimes you just have to sit here and play phone tag with people to try to figure out what's a good time. So if you're buying, don't get frustrated. If you're over and over and over, just unfortunately move on to the next house. I mean, if they want to sell their house as bad as you want to buy it, they would actually move with you, not against you. So with that, let's talk some real estate. Give me a call, 810-209-4311. Joseph G at refacmi.com, refacmi.com, or check out my website, realtorjoeg.com. You want to come talk in person, just check out some veteran art gallery this weekend at Trader Todd's Marina, 24030 Jefferson Avenue, St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come check it out. Support the veterans. With that, enjoy the rest of your day. Don't get bit by mosquitoes. Watch out for motorcycles. And as always, God bless.